Please join me in welcoming back to the Finovate stage, Jon Lakefish, founder of Lakefish Group. This is Jon's third time presenting at Finovate, and there's a reason we keep bringing him back. His sessions are fast-moving, practical, and focused on AI tools people can actually use right away. Jon has led more than 100 AI keynotes and workshops across North America for leaders, companies, and associations. What makes him different is if he doesn't just talk about AI, he shows people how to put it to work. Today, he'll lead both a keynote and an interactive workshop focused on practical AI tools and immediate impact. Please welcome back to Finovate the founder of Lakefish Group, Jon Lakefish.
Thank you. Big round of applause for Greg for being my guinea pig today. He's a spectacularly good sport to be a part of this. I am ecstatic to be back here for my third time. I was here last year. It was awesome. The people I met were spectacular. The conversations that happened after the session were off the charts. So I'm excited to be here. Here's what we're going to do, though. This is going to be lightning fast. I typically take somewhere between 60 minutes and a full day to cover all of the amazing things that are happening in the world of AI. And today we have probably 29 now. So we're going to go lightning fast. Have your phones out because you're going to want to take some pictures. There has been so many amazing changes in AI since I did this 6 months ago in New York that it feels like that was an eternity ago. So get ready. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about where we are with AI today. We're going to show some real live things that I've done with AI platforms. I did them this morning and last night in my hotel room, so you can see how easily and how quickly you can use these tools to make a huge impact on your brand and the customer experience for all the folks that you want to be a part of your organization and all the customers that you're looking to bring on board. And then the final third will be where we think AI is going. So buckle up. We're going to kick some serious butt. Here's Jensen at the NVIDIA AI conference in March.
First time, you don't ask AI what, where, when, how. You ask it create, do, build. You ask it to use tools, take your context, read files. It's able to agentically break down a problem, reason about it, reflect on it. It's able to solve problems and actually perform tasks. An AI that was able to perceive became an AI that could generate. An AI that could generate became an AI that could reason. An AI that could reason now became an AI that can actually do work, very productive work. Finally, AI is able to do productive work, and therefore, the inflection point of inference has arrived.
It's crazy where we are with AI today. The challenges that we had a year ago, 6 months ago with LLMs only has changed. So be prepared to start using tools in a way that you've never done before. Every session that I have, I try to start off with a perception versus reality theme. So I want to share a video with you this time so you can kind of get an idea, and I want your opinion on this.
The door study.
It's called the door study.
This video shows a participant from a 1998 study by Daniel Simons and Daniel Levin. Watch what happens as the unsuspecting pedestrian provides directions. The young man on the left is one of the experimenters. He has approached the white-haired man and asked for directions. Watch closely as two people carrying a door pass between them, and the first experimenter is replaced by someone else.
Crazy, right?
Like many of the people in this study, the pedestrian was entirely unaware that he was talking to a different person. Approximately 50% of the people approached in this study didn't notice when the person they were talking to was replaced by someone else.
Would you be one of those 50%? Can you tell your customers apart? With AI, for the first time ever, we can be authentically ourselves. We can be the brand that we want to be, and we can share the message about our organization with the people we want to join us faster, more quickly, and more efficiently than ever before. In the past, you'd create some type of messaging, whether it's a training video, whether that's a TV commercial, whether that's a letter that's going out to your stakeholders. And if for some ungodly reason that wasn't perceived the way that you wanted it to be perceived, you were screwed. You didn't have the budget to do a new TV commercial. You didn't have the budget to shoot a new training video. You didn't have the time or the effort to have your legal team rewrite the script for the letter to your stakeholders. But today, all of that can be modified immediately with the power of AI at a fraction of the price and a fraction of the amount of time that it used to take.
If I was 16, 18, 20, 21, starting today, I would spend every waking minute learning about AI. Even if I'm sleeping, I'm listening to podcasts talking about AI, trying everything. Because my whole Instagram and TikTok feeds are now AI hacks. It's one thing to have a business and how you integrate AI, that's one thing. But if you're just getting started, as you learn these things, it's so much easier to start. Now you have a mentor, whether you use Perplexity, Anthropic, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, it doesn't matter. You have experts, and you might say, well, those hallucinate. Let me just tell you, your mentors and experts don't always get it right either. So you've got these experts who can answer questions and help you understand what you don't know. You've got these tools that'll just spider everything, that'll do your emails, that'll do sales calls for you. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? So if the lights were dimmed, how many people are currently using the apps or the connectors inside your AI platforms that allow you to do things like sync directly up with your Google Drive, your SharePoint, your Outlook, your Figma, your Photoshop, your Illustrator, directly link up to them? So you can do something like, hey, I want to do 100 personalized outreach emails. I want you to draft each one after you research the person, after you research the organization that person works for, and after you understand what type of clients they're going after. And then I want you to draft each one of those emails, and I want you to put it in my draft inbox so I can review them before I send. And there are tools that will do that for you today. I did it yesterday with 150 different contacts on my flight coming down here from Seattle last night. It's crazy how quick. All 100 personalized emails were crafted in under 6 minutes. That's how quickly these tools can be used.
You can kick rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk. Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been loud too long.
The first country music song to hit the Billboard Top 40 that was 100% created by AI. They didn't know that it was created by AI initially, but these tools are out there today. Can you imagine a world where we create songs based on the type of genres that we actually like? Can you imagine that? That's where we're going. The one thing I want everybody to see is there's been 2 huge shifts in AI adoption in the last 6 months to a year. Number 1, we've gone from LLM to agentic. That's a huge step. Number 2, we've gone from a one-size-fits-all perspective to which one is best for what and which one is best for who. So the tools you see up there are all of the major platforms that people have been using for the last 12 months. You probably are familiar with all of them. The ones that have agentic today that is active and ready to go. ChatGPT just launched Agent in a much faster fashion than we tried to launch about a year ago, last week. Gemini is in the process of launching agentic right now. Claude launched Cowork, probably the best platform on earth today. Copilot, don't know how many of you are using it, but Perplexity, it's a good platform, not the best anymore. And then Apple has been making a whole bunch of different changes. They made an announcement today. Well, let me rephrase that. News broke this morning that they haven't been able to clarify that Apple's next round of technology that will be introduced in June will not be Apple intelligence-based. It will allow you to pick which intelligence you want. So you can pick Anthropic, you can pick Gemini, and that's what will drive your phone. So here's what I did. Manus. Anybody here heard of Manus? Just holler out if you have. Anybody? Okay, so a few of you have. Manus was created about a year ago. It was purchased on December 30th by Meta. And for a little bit, it sucked after Meta purchased it. But it has gone completely over the top since then. So I did a couple of very quick things in Manus last night, and I'm going to share these very quickly with everybody so you can see what happened. So Takara, I had Manus do research on all of the sponsors in the room and pick one randomly to create a brand new homepage for. And this is what it did. This is a demo homepage for Takara. I'm not going to have anybody take a quick look at it, but you can kind of see the general idea, the theme, the images. All the content was captured from readily available information that's on the web today about your organization. This was all created in 7.5 minutes last night. This entire homepage. I redesigned my own personal entire website in under an hour, and it would have cost me $20,000 to $30,000 a year ago by using Manus to do it for me. You can see how crazy this is. Instantly done by Manus with a simple prompt. And then I asked the platform to create a financial dashboard and identify opportunities that this company has against its competition. Randomly select a sponsor in the room, and it picked MX Technologies. Financial intelligence dashboard. Again, created in under 10 minutes. Performance overview, revenue and growth analysis, market opportunities, more market opportunities, competitive intelligence, head-to-head comparisons, strategic positionings. It's crazy what you can do right now with these tools. And these things are live immediately. If I wanted to publish this to a website today, I could do it immediately. That's how quickly these tools are becoming available. Let's go back to the slideshow. So AI usage snapshot. ChatGPT is currently being used by 900 million people worldwide every week. Gemini's number 2 with 750 million users every single week. Following up right now is Claude. It is kicking some serious butt. If you don't have Claude, you need to get it now. It's got Claude Cowork, it's got Claude Design, it's got tools that nobody expected these platforms to have. Most of my clients are now adopting Claude, an enterprise version, today. I encourage you to give it a shot. As you can see, Claude skews towards higher income folks. More people earning over 100,000 use Claude than any other platform. And business adoption, Anthropic is skyrocketing. OpenAI's leveled out and is starting to go the opposite direction. You need to get Claude today. AI plans are safe. Don't let your IT team tell you they're not. I'm not an attorney, I'm not legal, I'm not an IT guy. But if your IT team is saying we can't use these platforms because they're not safe, have them take another look. If you have the business or the enterprise version, it says on the bottom, this is research that we've done, the enterprise AI security stack for most of the platforms that are in business or enterprise mode is the same stack that protects Office 365 and Salesforce. Now the risk is if you're not providing an enterprise version, then your team may be putting your data at risk because guess what? They're using AI whether you like it or not. If you're not giving them access to it, you better believe the moment they get home, they're opening up their ChatGPT account and uploading documents to it to get better answers. So the risk is not having an enterprise plan.
This is Tom. Work has been weird lately. He's got to fly the coop, and fast. Luckily, AI mode in Google search can help him hatch a plan. It's got to be quick, and it's got to be, yeah. That should do it. And I know it's gone. Phew, things were getting dicey there for a moment, but now everything's gravy. Planning a quick getaway? Just ask Google.
100% created by AI, by Google's AI lab. No agency, no film photography, all AI generated. 90% less expensive, 95% less time.
The education system as we know it today is done. Google launched a product, Learn Your Way. It takes any file, any book, any information, and it customizes it to the person that's trying to learn it. So if I'm in 8th grade and I like baseball and I want to learn about economics, it will adapt any piece of content to me, and it does infographics, and it does assessments, and it does tests, and it does podcasts on the topic. Here's a big thing. Education isn't the only industry that's being disrupted with AI. Learn it, use it, play with it. Do not pretend it's not coming your way.
The first time that education is going to be able to be done to students in the way that they best learn. Not based on the skill of the teacher that's teaching it, but based on the way that the student best receives information. Both Google and Khan Academy are on the leading edge for this. Accenture recently announced for the first time that I've heard that in order to get a promotion to senior leadership, you're going to have to use AI. If you don't, you will not receive a promotion. This is becoming mainstream. So AI is going to help you create better content, create better graphics, maintain a consistent voice, analyze data, solve challenging problems, all while saving you time and money and getting ahead of your competition. These are the tools that my team uses every single day. Claude Cowork, like I said earlier, it kicks ass. Manus, from an agentic perspective, is the best platform out there today. ChatGPT 5.5 launched 2 weeks ago in their Thinking and Pro version, launched this morning in their Auto version. The highest scoring, lowest hallucination, and great latency for a platform. This morning, it launched 5.5 in the Auto mode. Gemini, if you have a creative team, a marketing team, they need Gemini. VO 3.1 video, that's what the video that you saw of Greg earlier was created in. VO 3.1, a screenshot of him from LinkedIn, a copy of what I want him to say from ChatGPT, and a voice from 11 Labs. That's all it took. Ideogram for extra image generation, and then SpeakFeed is a platform I use as a speaker, AI generated, gives me the feedback I need after audiences scan a QR code, which I'm gonna ask people in the room to do at the end because I want honest feedback, and AI is built into SpeakFeed to let me see how the results look and what I can do to do better in the future. Now we're gonna show you some of the things that I tested out. Okay, we're gonna go back to the website. So here's what's going on. So Claude now has something called design mode. This is brand new. And inside design mode, it takes you to this screen. And then I asked Claude to create something for me that is representative of something that people in this room at Finovate would want to see, based on the research that it did from Finovate. And it created a brief. A community bank product lead has a board meeting at 9 a.m. They need a fraud alert experience with design branded shippable. This is what it created. Claude is thinking, it goes through its whole process, gives all the details. Then Claude goes into, hey, here's the brand standards for this company after it's done its research. Then it goes on, it says, hey, here's the screens that we want to add to your app that'll solve your problem immediately. And then it says, here's the different voice styles we can have when it does it. And it says it's designed by Claude. It's that easy. And if we go back and we click on this one, I asked for Claude to do an AI breakdown of what a bank might want from a perspective when it comes to companies that have client information. It created Marisol Reyes, whose total balance is $183,000, but it's dropped by $42K. It's already connected to Claude's AI platform, so you can ask questions in real time. Why did her balance drop? Well, she's buying a home. That's how quick it is. Daniel Okafor. Let's see, do we have cross-sell opportunities for him? Yes, we do. The Lagos corridor is new and expensive consumer rails. A treasury upgrade saves them real money. This was all created in a matter of minutes. That's how quick these tools can be done. That's what I love about it. And then if you look at Finovate, I had the website create a brand new homepage for Finovate, just for fun. This was done between my Uber ride from my hotel here this morning. Look at all the interactive nature. Literally, it took me 7 minutes to take my Uber from my hotel here, and this is what it created. Now, keep in mind, you need a human in the loop on everything. You do not have 100% solving of problems. You have 80%. And then it's your job to go in and make these adjustments. But this is how crazy, it had a timer countdown for how much longer the conference goes on. It has the people that are going to be in the room, 3 days, it's got the agenda already in there. This is how crazy these tools are, right? And then I had ChatGPT create an option for a homepage too, and this is what ChatGPT created. They launched their brand new image version 2 yesterday. This is a website that ChatGPT created. It's a still image, so it's not quite as strong as Manus, but you can see the difference in the style of what you can do. There are some amazing opportunities to make a huge impact with AI right now. And then I'm going to show you Claude Cowork quickly. So inside Claude Cowork, so this is desktop. You have to download Cowork to your desktop. It will then have access to whatever folders you give it access to. And then you can create projects. So I created a Finovate Spring 2026 project. And inside that, I wanted it to do research on what this conference is all about and create a deck for me that I can summarize for everybody that's here. And it created a deck for me instantly. And if I wanted it to go back and redesign, all I have to do is prompt it. It's that easy. And then inside Claude Desktop, you have these things called plugins. And inside plugins, you have 18 different options. Maybe more now. It was 18 last week when I did it. But you have a legal plugin where you can review contracts. You have a marketing plugin. You have a box. Yeah, see, there's a lot more than 18 now. You've got Figma. There were 18 last Wednesday. Now it looks like there's over 30. But look at all the plugins. And these are all trained on these specific things: brand voice, operations, design. There's an engineering version. That's new. You can connect your engineering software to these platforms, and it can help you engineer things more efficiently and more quickly than you've ever done before. Those are the options to do this. I rewrote legal contracts for a client yesterday. Sent it to him saying, hey, you need to have an attorney review these, but you should be 95% of the way there. And then the other thing, as I showed earlier, you have connectors. So if you wanted to add connectors, you simply go in and you identify which one of these connectors you want to have directly connected to your Claude Cowork account. And so you can go in and say, hey, I need you to review all emails. Hey, I want you to look at this Figma design. Hey, I want you to look at my Basecamp and tell me what I'm missing from project management perspective. All of these tools are readily available for you to use right now. It's crazy how amazing these tools are. And then you have Dispatch now, which is Claude's version of a tool that can work for you 24/7. So you can create agents, you can put it on Dispatch, and it will be live as long as it's got access to the internet. That's all it takes. These tools are spectacular. Okay, so now we'll go back quickly to just so everybody knows, politeness matters. I know this is hard to believe, and I ask this question of the AI platforms every couple of weeks to make sure that I understand it. Higher quality outputs when you're more polite. Performance impact. If you're rude or aggressive or overly blunt, your responses are going to be less accurate. Encouraging better habits. This is my personal take. I want my kids to say please and thank you. I don't want them using an AI platform where they are demanding. I want them to treat the platform like it's their best friend. I'm going to treat the platform like I'm the best manager in the world, and this is my best employee, and I'm giving them clear direction on exactly what I want them to do, and I'm doing it in a very polite and kind manner. I'm an awesome boss, they're going to be an awesome team member. And then cultural nuance. While English language models often do fine, research suggests that AI systems in countries where etiquette is a big deal are even more sensitive to politeness. What does the future look like? So what I do, weird, I started doing marketing and branding. It's transitioned into this. I travel the world. I do these all over the world. The reason people bring me in is to get their teams excited about using AI right now. Literally the moment we walk out of this room, I want people using these tools. And if they have questions, they call me or they email me directly and I walk them through it. That's what I've been doing. I had no idea this was going to be my career. One other thing that I do on a regular basis is I ask who's leading when it comes to AI. So I asked ChatGPT who's leading when it comes to AI for general business practices. And ChatGPT said, hey, we're leading. We're number 1. No surprise, right? Claude is number 2, Copilot 3, Gemini 4. What I love on this is the first time I've ever seen Manus pop up. And I think that's because Manus doesn't have the user base yet. But it is spectacular to see them pop up into the number 5 spot. But keep in mind, no single tool wins. That's on every single one of these slides. Then I ask Claude, and Claude says ChatGPT is number 1. And Claude is number 2. And Copilot is number 3. But again, you need to use multiple platforms. Then you ask Gemini. Gemini says ChatGPT is number 1. Copilot is 2, Claude is 3, gives itself the 4. And then Jasper, which is a company out of France, number 5. And then you ask Grok. Grok says ChatGPT is number 1. You guys seeing a trend here? So my only thought is, With ChatGPT's most recent release of 5.5, they have jumped back up into the game. I actually was a big fan of Chat for 2 years. And then about 6 months ago, it started making some mistakes. And I stopped using it. I transferred my knowledge from Chat over to Claude. And there's actually a way you can do that. If you want to find out, let me know after this. I can show you how to do it. But there's a way to transfer the knowledge set so you're not starting over from scratch. But then when Chat launched 5.5 a few weeks ago, and then 5.5 Auto this morning, they're back in the game. So that's how this thing goes. It's a stair step. It's a leapfrog. Every couple of weeks, somebody launches something new. And then I asked Manus, who are the top 5, and Manus said ChatGPT, Claude, and Microsoft. Pro tip, top businesses use all 5. Do not give your team Copilot and then walk away, because they will be pissed. They will use Copilot and they will say, this isn't anywhere near as good as ChatGPT when I'm at home. It happens every single time I talk to a group, an association, an organization, a board of directors. The team comes up to me afterwards and said, they only gave us ChatGPT. I'm sorry, they only gave us Copilot. I use ChatGPT at home. They have ChatGPT blocked on the Wi-Fi. But if I go upstairs to the conference room, it's not blocked. So guess where I go to do my emails? That happens almost every single day when I present. So if you're going to give your team the tools, give them more than one. Let them try them. Find out who your ambassadors are, because you're going to find out quickly that Copilot is not your best choice right now. It might be in 6 months, but right now it's just not your best choice. And then the future. So here's something that I love. So agentic is coming, right? It's already here for most of them. Claude Cowork is agentic. OpenAI partnered with OpenClaw. They did what they called I don't even know what it was called. It was like an acquisition, but it wasn't really an acquisition, and there wasn't a value, but they think it was $4 billion. And OpenClaw is agentic. So you're going to see Chat launch its agentic platform a few days ago, and it's going to become more and more ingrained into everything that they do. Apple had announced that Gemini was going to be their main tool, but this morning they said maybe it's not going to be Gemini. Maybe it's going to be Claude. Maybe we're going to give you the choice. So when you start opening up a new phone that you just purchased, it will say, which AI platform would you like to use on your new Apple device? And it will give you a choice. That's brand new. That's a big deal. It kind of means that Apple's given up on their own AI, but to be able to give people the choice of which one they like is huge. Claude Design, I shared with you a minute ago, ChatGPT 5.5, again, launched this morning for Auto. And then OpenAI purchased a company called Torch. Torch is an AI platform for your medical records, where you're going to be able to link your medical records account to your OpenAI account, and it will track your health and measure what it thinks it needs to measure in order to make sure you're as healthy as you can be. It's crazy. There's another company that created an AI that looked at 5 million MRI scans of women's breasts for breast cancer awareness. And supposedly, they can now identify the likelihood of getting breast cancer 5 years sooner than they were able to before, because that's how well the AI model's been trained. NemoClaw, this is NVIDIA's version. It's in partnership with OpenClaw and ChatGPT. This is coming down the pipeline. They announced this at the at the NVIDIA conference in mid-March. So expect to see NemoClaw. This is supposed to be fully ingrained into security through NVIDIA, so you have zero doubts about whether your data is safe. And then when it comes to clothing and wearables, Meta has the glasses. Most of you are probably familiar with that. ChatGPT has partnered with Johnny Ive, who's the guy that created the look and feel of most of the Apple products back when Steve Jobs was around. And he's partnered with Sam Altman to create the wearables for ChatGPT, including a pendant that's supposed to come out first quarter of 2027, and a pair of glasses that's supposed to come out shortly after that. Sora was supposed to be the best video platform. They shut it down. It's in the process of being taken down right now. In the effort of being cute, my wife was going through some medical stuff, and she said, I want to get a puppy, and I didn't have a choice. So we got a puppy. This is the puppy. I took a still photo. This is a still photo. Have it walk towards the camera. This is Hedra. It's okay. This is Sora 2 before they canceled it. It's okay. This is VO3, like I did for Greg. Look at this. Crazy. That's a still photo.
And so they estimate that every single member of their team has gotten about 20% more efficient. And if you multiply that out, it's about 213,000 work hours that Claude has added to the day, or to the year, I suppose. And nobody had to get fired.
That's the future. Don't fire people because you have AI. Double your sales because you have AI. Quadruple your revenue because you have AI. What teams happen when you actually use AI? Your efficiency skyrockets. It's by no means perfect. I am not the marketing executive of the year. I am not 30 under 30 for marketing. I'm way over 30. So there are mistakes that are made. It's your job to be the human in the loop. Like I said earlier, I would love feedback. If you wouldn't mind scanning the QR code, I want to know if what I gave to everybody today is valuable. We're going to do an interactive portion of this downstairs after everybody grabs some lunch for about 45 minutes to an hour, where we're going to be pulling volunteers up and we're going to use AI tools live. That's going to be a fun session. So if you want to come downstairs and join us, I'd love to have you there. It's going to be fun, and we're going to use these tools live. If you scan the QR code and you give me your feedback, you'll also get access to our company AI newsletter, which historically has only been reserved for clients, but we're opening up to some of the folks in the room now. So any feedback you can have. Did everybody get something out of today? Raise your hand if you learned something new today. Okay, that's what I want to hear. I love it. So hopefully everybody got value out of it. Lastly, before I leave, this is the thing you want to change, the trust gap. With AI, you can get that trust gap. Consumers believe and trust companies 42% of the time. CEOs say they trust us 73% of the time. There's a gap. With AI, you can minimize that. That's why you want to use it. Be the brand consumers can trust. We're good. See you downstairs. Thank you so much for the time today. I appreciate it.